Hi everyone, welcome to my live stream of my Immortal Chapter 1 because I have no life. Okay, here we go. I have some water here. Oh shit. Okay, so Chapter 1, Author's Note. Special thanks, get it, 'cause I'm gothic, to my new GF, ill not in that way, Raven, Bloody Tears 666, for helping me with the story and spelling. She did a bad job. You rock. Justin, you're the love of my depressing life. You rock, too. MCR rocks. And there's like a borderline thing, and hi, my name is Ebony Darkness Dementia Ravenway, and I have long ebony black hair. That's how I got my name, with purple streaks and red tips that reaches my mid-back and icy blue eyes like limpid tears, and a lot of people tell me that I look like Amy Lee. Author's note, if you don't know who she is, get the hell out of here. I'm not related to Gerard Way, but I wish I was because he's a major fucking hottie. I'm a vampire, but my teeth are straight and white, unlike me. I have pale white skin. I'm also a witch, and I go to a magic school called Hogwarts, in England, where I'm in the 7th year. I'm 17. I'm a goth, in case you couldn't tell, and I wear mostly black. I love Hot Topic, and I buy all my clothes from there. For example, today I was wearing a black corset with matching lace around it and a black leather miniskirt, pink fishnets, and combat boots. I was wearing black lipstick, white foundation, black eyeliner, and red eyeshadow. I was walking outside Hogwarts. It was snowing and raining, so there was no sun, which I was very happy about. A lot of preps stared at me. I put up my middle finger at them. "Hey, Ebony!" shouted a voice. I looked up. It was Draco Malfoy. "What's up, Draco?" I asked. "Nothing," he said slyly. But then I heard my friends call me and I had to go away. Author's note, is it good? Please tell me. Thanks. Chapter 2. Author's note. Thanks to Bloody Tear 666 for helping me with the chapter. BTW, prep stop flaming the story, okay? The next day I woke up in my bedroom. It was snowing and raining again. I opened the door of my coffin and drank some blood from the bottle I had. My coffin was black and ebony, and inside it was a hot pink velvet with black lace on the ends. I got out of my coffin and took off my gigantic MCR t-shirt, which I used for pajamas. Instead, I put on a black leather dress, a pentagram necklace, combat boots, and black fishnets on. I put on 4 pairs of earrings in my pierced ears and put my hair in a kind of messy bun. My friend, Willow, author's note, Raven, this is you, woke up and then grinned at me. She flipped her long waist-length raven black hair with pink streaks and opened her forest green eyes. She put on her Marilyn Manson t-shirt with black mini fishnets and pointy high-heeled boots. We put on our makeup, black lipstick, white foundation, and black eyeliner. OMFG, I saw you were talking to Draco Malfoy yesterday, she said excitedly. Yeah, so, I said blushing. Do you like Draco? She asked as we went out of the Slytherin common room and into the Great Hall. No, I so fucking don't, I shouted. Yeah, right, she exclaimed. Just then, Draco walked up to me. Hi, he said. Hi, I replied fluttery. Guess what? He said. What? I asked. Well, Good Charlotte are having a concert in Hogsmeade, he told me. Oh my fucking god, I screamed. I love GC. They are my favorite band, besides MCR. Well, do you wanna go with me? He asked. I gasped. Chapter 3. Author's note, stop flaming the story, preps, okay? Otherwise, thanks to the gothic people for the good reviews. Thanks again, Raven. Oh yeah, BTW, I don't own this or the lyrics for Good Charlotte. I give up. On the night of the concert, I put on my black lace-up boots with high heels. I'm having a stroke. There's more descriptions. Underneath them were ripped red fishnets. Then I put on black leather mini dress with all this corset stuff on the back and front. I put on matching fishnet on my arms. I straightened my hair and made it look all spiky. Okay. I felt a little depressed then, so I slit one of my wrists. I read a depressing book while I waited for it to stop bleeding. And I listened to some GC. I painted my nails black and put on tons of black eyeliner. Then I put on some black lipstick. I didn't put on foundation because I was pale anyway. I drank some human blood, so I was ready to go to the concert. I went outside. Draco was standing there in front of his flying car. He was wearing a simple plan t-shirt. They would play at the show too. Baggy black skater pants, black nail polish, and a little eyeliner. Author's note, a lot folk boys wear it, okay? Hi, Draco, I said in a depressed voice. Hi, Ebony, he said back. We walked into his flying black Mercedes-Benz. The license plate said 666 and flew into the concert. On the way, we listened excitedly to Good Charlotte and Marilyn Manson. We both smoked cigarettes and drugs. When we got there, we both hopped out of the car. We went to the mosh pit and in front of the stage jumped up and down as we listened to Good Charlotte. You come and go, you're covered in blood. This happy you've arrived. The doctor cuts your coat, hands you to your mom and says you're fine to this song. Hi, Kaylee. Sang Joelle. I don't own the lyrics to that song. I don't know how the tune goes, so that was my guess. Joel is so fucking hot, I said to Draco, pointing to him as we sung, filling the club with his amazing voice. Suddenly, Draco looked sad. What's wrong? I asked as we moshed to the music. Then I caught on. Hey, it's okay. I don't like him better than you, I said. Really? Asked Draco sensitively, and then he put his arm around me all protective. Really? Besides, I don't even know Joel, and he's going out with Hilary fucking Duff. I fucking hate that little bitch, I said disgustingly, thinking of her ugly blonde face. Where am I up to? The night went on really well, and I had a great time. So did Draco. After the concert, we drank some beer and asked Benji and Joelle for their autographs and photos with them. We got GC concert tees. Draco and I crawled back to the Mercedes-Benz, but Draco didn't go to Hogwarts. Instead, he drove the car into the Forbidden Forest. Chapter 4. Author's note. I said, stop flaming, okay? Ebony's name is Enobi, not Mary Sir, okay? Draco is so in love with her that he is acting different. They knew each other before, okay? And paragraph break. Draco! I shouted. What the fuck do you think you are doing? Draco didn't answer, but he stopped the flying car, and he walked out of it. I walked out of it too, curiously. What the fucking hell? I asked angrily. Ebony, he asked. What? I snapped. Draco leaned in extra close, and I looked into his gothic red eyes. He was wearing color contacts, which revealed so much depressing sorrow and evilness, and then suddenly, I didn't feel mad anymore. And then, suddenly, just as I Draco kissed me passionately, Draco climbed on top of me, and we started to make out keenly against a tree. He took off my top, and I took off his clothes. I even took off my bra. Then he put his thingy into my you-know-what, and we did it for the first time. Oh, 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 so much better. I screamed. I was beginning to get an orgasm. We started to kiss everywhere and my pale body became all warm. And then, what the hell are you doing, you motherfuckers? It was, there's a really long paragraph, there's like a lot of dots. Dumbledore! Chapter 5. Author's note. Author's note. Stop flaming. If you flam, it means you're a prep or prosur. The only reason Dumbledore swore is because he had a headache. Okay, and on top of that, he was mad at them for having sex. P.S. I'm not updating until I get 5 good revoys. Okay, good enough. Dumbledore made Draco and I follow him. He kept shouting at us angrily. "You ludicrous fools!" he shouted. I started to cry tears of blood down my pallid face. Draco confronted me. When we went back to the castle, Dumbledore took us to Professor Snape and Professor McGonagall, who were both looking very angry. "They were having sexual intercourse in the Forbidden Forest!" he yelled in a furious voice. "Why would you do such a thing, you mediocre dunces?" asked Professor McGonagall. "How dare you!" demanded Professor Snape. And then Draco shrieked, "Because I love her!" Everyone was quiet. Dumbledore and Professor McGonagall still looked mad, but Professor Snape said, "Fine, very well, you may go up to your rooms." Draco and I went upstairs while the teachers glared at us. "Are you okay, Ebony?" Draco asked me gently. "Yeah, I guess," I lied. I went down to the girls' bathroom and brushed my teeth and hair and changed into a low-cut black floor-length dress with red lace all over it and black high heels. When I came out, Draco was standing in front of the bathroom and he started to sing "I Just Want to Live" by Good Charlotte. I was so flattered, even though he wasn't supposed to be there. We hugged and kissed. After that, we said goodnight, and he reluctantly went back into his room. God, I'm gonna have a stroke by the end of this. Chapter 6, Author's Note. Should up preps, okay? P.S. I wouldn't update until you give me good revals. The next day I woke up in my coffin. I put on a black miniskirt that was all ripped around the end and a matching top with red skulls over it and high-heeled boots that were black. I put on 2 pairs of skull earrings and 2 crosses in my ears. I spray painted my hair with purple. In the Great Hall, I ate some Count Chocula cereal with blood instead of milk and a glass of red blood. That's a lot of blood. Suddenly, someone bumped into me. All the blood spilled over my top. "Bastard!" I shouted angrily. I regretted saying it, because when I looked up, I was looking into the pale white face of Gothic boy with spiky black hair with red streaks in it. He was wearing so much eyeliner that I was going down his face, and he was wearing black lipstick. He didn't have glasses anymore, and now he was wearing red contact lenses just like Draco's, and there was no scar on his forehead anymore. He had manly stubble on his chin. He had a sexy English accent. He looked exactly like Joe Madden. He was so sexy that my body went all hot when I saw him, kind of like an erection, only I'm a girl, so I don't get one, you sicko. I'm so sorry, he said in a shy voice. "That's all right. What is your name?" I questioned. "My name's Harry Potter, although most people call me Vampire these days," he grumbled. "Why?" I exclaimed. "Because I love the taste of human blood," he giggled. "Well, I am a vampire." Wait, if she was wearing crosses in her ears, wouldn't that have just ended her life? Whatever. "Really?" he whimpered. "Yeah!" I roared. We sat down to talk to her for a while, and then Draco came up behind me and told me he had a surprise for me, so I went away with him. Chapter 7. Bring Me to Life. Oh, they have chapter names now. Author's note. Well, okay, guys, I'm only writing this because I got 5 good God reviews. In BTW, I won't write the next chapter until I get 10 good vons. Stop flaming or I'll report you. What? It's my immortal, man. Maybe. Ebony isn't a Mary Sue, okay? She isn't perfect. She is a Satanist. She has problems. She's depressed, for God's sake. I need to blow my nose. Give me a second. Here we go again. Draco and I held our pale white hands with black nail polish, and as we went upstairs, I was wearing red Satanist things on my nails in red polish. Author's note. See, does that sound like a Mary Sue to you? Yes, it does. I waved to Vampire. Dark misery was in his depressed eyes. I guess he was just jealous of me that I was going out with Draco. Anyways, I went upstairs excitedly with Draco. We went into his room and locked the door. Then we started Frenching passively, and we took off each other's clothes enthusiastically. He felt me up before I took off my top, and then I took off my black leather. She describes his... Okay. Then I took off my black leather bra, and he took off his pants. We went on the bed and started making out naked, and then he put his boy's thingy in mine, and we had sex. See, it's that stupid. Oh, Draco! I screamed while getting an orgasm, while all of a sudden I saw a tattoo I had never seen before on Draco's arm. It was a black heart with an arrow through it. On it, bloody gothic writing were the words, Vampire! I was so angry. You bing bong! I shouted angrily, jumping out of the bed. No, but you don't understand, Draco pleaded, but I knew too much. No, you fucking idiot, I shouted. You probably have AIDS. Anyways, the essence is in lowercase for some reason. I put on my clothes all huffy and then stomped out. Draco ran out even though he was naked. He had really big you-know-what, but I was too mad to care. I stomped out and did so until I was in Vampire's classroom, where he was having his lesson with Professor Snape and some other people. Vampire Potter, you motherfucker! I yelled. Chapter 8. Author's note. Stop fussing, okay? If you do, then you're a prep. Everyone in the class stared at me, and then Draco came into the room even though he was naked and started begging me to take him back. Ebony, it's not what you think. He screamed it. Draco screamed sadly. My friend, Bloody Mary Smith, stared at me understatedly. That's a big word. She flipped her long waist waste, length gothic black hair, and opened her crimson eyes. Like blood that she was wearing contact lenses on. She had pale white skin that she was wearing white makeup on. Hermione was kidnapped when she was born. Her real parents were vampires, and one of them is a witch. But, Voldemort killed her mother, and her father committed suicide because he was depressed about it. She still has nightmares about it, and she is very haunted and depressed. It also turns out that her real last name is Smith, and not Granger. Since she has converted to Satanism, she is in Slytherin now, not Gryffindor. Because only Satanists can be in Slytherin for some reason. What is that you desire, you ridiculous dimwit? Snape demeaned angrily in his cold voice, but I ignored him. Vampire, I can't believe you cheated on me with Draco! I shouted at him. Everybody gasped. I don't know why Ebony was so mad at me. I thought you were Ebony. What? I had went out with Vampire. I'm bi, and so is Ebony. Bi queens. For a while, and then he broke my heart. He dumped me because he liked Brittany, a stupid, preppy fucker. We were like good friends now. He had gone through some horrible problems, and now he was gothic. Haha, I would hang out with a prep. But I'm not going out with Draco But I'm not going out with Draco anymore, said Vampire. Yeah, fucking right. Fuck off, you bastard, I screamed. I ran out of the room and into the forbidden forest where I had lost my virility to Draco, and then I started to burst into tears. Chapter 9. Author's note. Stop flaming, okay? I didn't read all the books. This is from the movie, okay? So it's not my fault if Dumbledore swears. This Swedes. I said he had a headache, and the reason Snap doesn't lick Harry now is cause he's Christian and the vampire is Satan. MCR rocks. Okay. I was so mad and sad. I could not believe Draco for cheating on me. I began to cry against the tree where I did it with Draco. Then suddenly, a horrible man with red eyes and no nose and everything started flying towards me on a broomstick. He didn't have a nose, basically like Voldemort in the movie, and he was wearing all black, but it was obvious he wasn't Gothic. It was Voldemort! No! I shouted in a scared voice, but then Voldemort shouted, Imperious! And I couldn't run away. Crookshanks! I shouted at him. Voldemort fell off his broom and started to scream. I felt bad for him even though I'm a sadist, so I stopped. What does Voldemort sound like? Ebony! I feel like Voldemort is like a gay legend or something. Don't question it, I'm just gonna give him a list now but for no reason. Ebony! He yelled. Thou must kill Harry Potter! I thought about a vampire and his sex eyes and his gothic black hair and how his face looks like Joe Madden. And then I remembered that Draco said that I didn't understand, so I thought, what if Draco went out with vampire before I dated him and then they broke up? No, Voldemort! I shouted back. Voldemort gave me a gun! What? No, please, I begged. Thou must. If thou does not, I shall kill thy beloved Draco. How did you know? I asked in a surprised way. Voldemort got a dude, you are so rotted. I'm not gonna say it. Look on his face. I have telekinesis, he answered cruelly. And if it doth not kill vampire, then thou shalt know what happened to Draco. He shouted, and then he flew away angrily on his broomstick. I was so scared and mad that I didn't know what to do. Suddenly, Draco came into the woods. Draco, I said. Hi. Hi, he said, but his face was all sad. He was wearing white foundation and messy eyeliner, kind of like a pentagram. Get it? Between Joel Merton and Gerard Way. Are you okay? I asked. No, he answered. This person is great at writing dialogue. I'm sorry I got all mad at you, but I thought you cheated on me. I expelled? That's okay, he said, all depressed, and then we went back to Hogwarts together, making out. Oh no, no, I clicked on something. Where am I? Chapter 10. Where am I? Oh no, I lost my spot. That's chapter 12, where is it? Chapter 10. Oh boy. Baby. Stop it, you gay F-word. If you do not like my story, then fuck off. P.S. It turns out Bloody Mary isn't a muggle up. What the fuck? Affirmed LNG in the vampire or evil, that's why they moved houses, okay? I don't have enough brain cells for this. I was really scared about Voldemort all day. I was even upset. We went to rehearsals with my gothic metal band Bloody Gothic Rose 666. I am the lead singer of it and I play guitar. People say that we sound like a cross between GC, Slipknot, and MCR. The other people in the band are Bloody Mary, Vampire, Draco, Ron, although we call him Diablo now. He has black hair now with blue streaks in it, and Hagrid. Only Today, Draco and Vampire were depressed, so they weren't coming, and we wrote songs instead. I knew Draco was probably slitting his wrists. He wouldn't die because he was a vampire too, and the only way you can kill a vampire is with a CROSS. There's no way I'm writing that. Or a steak. And Vampire was probably watching a depressing movie like The Corpse Bride. I then put on a black leather shirt that showed off my boobs and tiny matching miniskirt that said Simple Plan on the butt. You might think that I'm a slut, but I'm really not. We were singing a cover of Helena, and at the end of the song I suddenly burst into tears. What voice did I... Ebony, are you okay? Bloody Mary asked me in a concerted voice. What the fuck do you think? I asked angrily, and then I said, well, Voldemort came and the fucking bastard told me to fucking kill Harry. But I don't want to kill him because he's really nice, and even if he did go out with Draco. But if I don't kill Harry, then Voldemort will fucking kill Draco. I burst into tears. Suddenly, Draco jumped out from behind a wall. Why didn't you fucking tell me? He shouted. How could you fucking poser muggle bitch? See, is that out of character? Yes, it's very out of character. What? I started to cry and cry. Draco started to cry too, all sensitive. Then he ran out crying. We practiced for 1 more hour, and then suddenly Dumbledore walked in angrily. His eyes were all fiery, and I knew this time it wasn't because he had a headache. What have you done? He started to cry wisely. See, that's basically not swearing, and this time he was really upset, and you will see why. Ebony Draco has been found in his room. He committed suicide by slitting his wrists. Wow. Chapter 11. I need help. Why am I doing this? We're a quarter of the way through. Author's note. I said stop flaming up, prebz. See if this chapter is stupid! Exclamation mark 1111. It deals with really serious issues. SPC for yourself if it's stupid. BRW thanks former friend Raven for slapping me. Give me a second. My throat hurts. No! I screamed. I was horrified. Bloody Mary tried to comfort me, but I told her fuck off, and then I ran into my room crying myself. Dumbledore chased after me shouting, but he had to stop when I went into my room because he would look like a perv that way. Anyway, I started crying tears of blood, and then I slit both my wrists. Then I got off all of my clothes, so I took them off and jumped in the bath angrily while I put on a Linkin Park song at full volume. I then grabbed a steak and almost steak like the food steak, and almost stuck it in my heart to commit suicide. I was so fucking depressed. I got out of the bathtub and I put on a black low-cut dress with lace all over it, sandly. I put on black high heels with pink metal stuff on the ends and 6 pairs of skull earrings. I couldn't fucking believe it. And then I looked out the window and screamed. Snap was spying on me and he was taking a videotape of me. And Lupin was masticating to it. They were sitting on their bro 6. Ew, you fucking puff, stop looking at me naked. Are you pedos or what? I screamed, putting on a black top with a picture of Marilyn Manson on it. Suddenly, Vampire ran in. Avada Kedavra, he yelled at Snape and Lupin, pointing his womb. Huh? I took out my gun and shot Snape and Lupin a gazillion times, and then they both started screaming and the camera broke. Suddenly, Dumbledore ran in. Ebony, it has been revealed that someone has... No! He shouted, looking at Snape and Lupin, and then he waved his wand, and suddenly... Hagrid ran outside in his broom and said, everyone, we need to talk. Who's talking? What do you know? Wait, who's saying that? What are you... No, Hagrid, you're just a little Hogwarts student. What voice did I get to Hagrid? I may be a Hogwarts student, Hagrid paused angrily, but I am also a Satanist. This cannot be, Snap said in a crisp voice as blood dripped from his hand where Dumbledore's wand had shot him. There must be other factors. You don't have any, I yelled in madly. Lupin held up the camera triumphantly. What voice should I give to Lupin? The lens may be ruined, but the tape is still there. I felt faint, more than I normally do, like how it feels when you do not drink enough blood. Why are you doing this? Lupin said angrily while he rubbed his dirty hands on his cloak. And then I heard the words that I heard before, but not from him. I did not know whether to feel shocked or happy to bite him and drink his blood, 'cause I felt faint. Shit. I have a very bad memory. Because, Hagrid said, and then he paused in the air dramatically, waving his wand as the air, and he swooped he in, singing to the tune of a gothic version by a song by 50 Cent. Because you're gothic, Snap asked in a little afraid voice because he was afraid it meant he was connected with Satan. Because I love her! Chapter 12. Author's note, stop faying. Okay, Hagrid is a pedo. A lot of people in American schools are like that. I wanted to address the issue. By someone rubbing their dirty hands on their cloak. How do you know Snap aren't Christian? Plus Hagrid isn't really in love with Ebony. That was Cedric. Okay? When? I was about to slip my wrist again with the silver knife that Drago had given me in case anything happened to him. He told me to use it valiantly against an enemy, but I knew that we must go together. No! I thought it was Hagrid, but it was Vampire. He started to scream. OMFG! No! My scar hurts! And then his eyes rolled up. You could only see his red whites. His what? I stopped. How did you know? I saw it, and then my scar turned back into the lightning bolt. No! I ran up closer. I thought you didn't have a scar anymore, I shouted. I do, but Diablo changed it to a pentagram for me, and I always cover it up with foundation, he said back. Anyway, my scar hurt and it turned into the lightning bolt. Save me! And then I had a vision of what was happening to Draco. Voldemort has him bondage. Wait, where's my charger? Wait, where's my laptop charger? Wait, shit. Wait, where is my laptop charger? I will be right back. Got it. I'm back. Okay. What was I up to? Just to recap the last sentence. Voldemort has him bondage! Anyway, I was in the school nurse's office and now recovering from my slit wrists. Snap and Lupin and Hagrid were there too. They were going to St. Mango's after they recovered because they were pedophiles and you couldn't see those fucking puffs teaching in a school with lots of hot girls. Dumbledore had constipated the Sidio camera. They took off me naked. I put up my middle finger at them. Anyway, Hagrid came into my hospital bed holding a bouquet of pink roses. What voice did I get to Hagrid again? Ebony, I need to tell you something. Ebony, I need to tell you something, he said with a very serious voice, giving me the roses. Fuck off. I told him. You know I fucking hate the color pink anyway, and I don't like fucked up preps like you, I snapped. Hagrid had been memed before for being gothic. Not ebony, Hagrid says. Those are not roses. What, are they goths to you, poser prep? I asked because I was angry that he had brought me pink roses. I saved your life, he yelled angrily. No, you didn't, I replied. You saved me from getting a Paris Hilton video made from your shower scene and being viewed by a snapping Lupin, who masturbated. See, is that spelled wrong? To it, he added silently. Whatever, I yelled angrily. He pointed his wand at the pink roses. These aren't roses! He suddenly looked at them with an evil look in his eye and muttered, well, if you wanted honesty, that's all you had to say. That's not a spell, that's an MCR song, I corrected him wisely. I know, I was just warming up my vocal cords, he then screamed. Petness me gore mi crem co romasio. For all you Gothic MCR fans out there, that is a tribute, especially for Raven. I love you, girl. Umo not archeo. Do you know how hard it is to speak in a different language with a Scottish accent? What the hell? And then the roses turned into a huge black flame floating in the middle of the air, and it was black. Now I knew he wasn't a prep. Okay, I believe you now. Good. Okay, I believe you now. Where is Draco? Hagrid rolled off his eyes. I looked into the balls of flame, but I could see nothing. You see, Ebony, NLB, Dumbledore said, watching the two of us watching the flame. To see what is Nedaflims. Haha, you reviews flames, get it? You must find yourself first, Kay. I have found myself. Okay, you mean old man? Oh wait, no, that was Hagrid. I have found myself. Okay, you mean old man, Hagrid yelled. Dumbledore looked shocked. I guess he had found a headache, or else he would have said something back. Hagrid stormed off into his bed. You're a liar, Prof. Dumbledore. Anyways, when I got better, I went upstairs and put on a black leather mini dress that was all rips on the end with lace on it. Then I put some black corset stuff on the front. Then I put on black fishnets and black high-heeled boots with pictures of Billy Joe Armstrong on them. I put my hair up all out around me so I looked like Samara from The Ring. If you don't know who she is, you're a prep, so fuck off. And I put on blood red lipstick, black eyeliner, and black lip gloss. I'm gonna have a stroke. You look kawaii, girl. Bloody Mary said sadly. Thanks. Get it? You too. You do too. Oh, my ear hurts. Also, kawaii is spelt with an A-I instead of an O-I. Anyways, But I was still upset. I slit both of my wrists, feeling totally depressed, and then I sucked all the blood. I cried again in my bathroom and put the shades on, so Snapper and Lucian couldn't spy on me all this time. I went to some classes. Vampire was in the hair of magic creatures. He looked all depressed because Draco had disappeared and he had used to be in love with Draco. He was sucking some blood from a Hufflepuff. Rude. Hi, he said in a depressed way. Hi back, I said in while he said way. We then both looked at each other for some time. Harry had beautiful red gothic eyes so much like Draco's. And then we jumped on each other and started screwing with each other. Wait, stop it now, you horny simpletons! Shouted Professor McGoggle, who was watching us, and so was everyone else. Vampire, you fucker! I started slapping him. Stop trying to screw me. You knew I loved Draco. I shouted and then I ran away angrily. Just then he started to scream, OMFG! No! My scar hurts! And then his eyes rolled up. You could only see his red whites. No! I ran up closer. I thought you didn't have a scar anymore, I shouted. What? I do, but Diablo changed it to a pentagram and I always covered up with foundation. And then I had a vision of what was happening to Draco Voldemort has him bondage. What? Okay, no. I'm at the correct place. It's just been repeated. Voldemort has him bondage! Special thanks to Raven cause my gothic blood sister with what WTF you're supposed to write this. Hey Raven, do you know where my sweater I? Chapter 13. Author's note. Raven, thanks for gulping me again. I'm sorry took your poster of Gerard, but that guy is such a fucking sex bomb. Prep, stop flaming. Why does my ear hurt? Vampire and I ran up the stairs looking for Dumbledore. We were so scared. Dumbledore, Dumbledore! We both yelled. Dumbledore came there. What is it that you want now, you despicable snobs? He asked angrily. Voldemort has Draco, we shouted at the same time. He laughed in an evil voice. No, don't. We need to save Draco. No, he said meanly. I don't give a darn about Voldemort death to Draco, not after how much time he misbehaved in school, especially with you, Ebony. Ow, he said while he frowned looking at me. Besides, I never liked him that much anyways. Then he walked away. Vampire started crying. My Draco, he moaned. Author's note. Don't you thick gay guys are like so hot? No, I don't. It's okay, I tried to tell him, but that didn't stop him. He started to cry tears of blood. Then he had a brainstorm. I had an idea, he exclaimed. What? I asked him. You'll see. And then he took out his wand and did a spell. Suddenly we were in Voldemort's lair. We ran in with our wands out just as we heard a crone voice say, Ala Cadavra. It was... There's a lot of dots here. Voldemort! Chapter 14. My voice hurts after doing the Dumbledore voice. I do have water. Chapter 14. Author's note. Fuck off, Prebz, okay? Raven, thanks for helping again. I'm sorry. Couldn't update because I was depressed and I had to go to the hospital because I slipped my wrists. P.S. I'm not updating till you give me 10 God reviews. Warning. Oh wait, no, it's in all caps. Warning! Some of this chapter is extremely scary for your What? Excretion advised. We went to where Voldemort was. It turned out that Voldemort wasn't there. Instead, the fat guy who killed Cedric was. Draco was there crying tears of blood. Snaketail was torturing him. Vampire and I ran in front of Snaketail. What voice do I give to him? Rid my son, you despicable preps, he shouted as we started looking him in with the gun. Then he suddenly looked at me and he fell down with a lovey-dovey look in his eyes. Ebony, I love you, will you have sex with me? He said. He is 16 years old, so he's not a pedophile, okay? Huh? I asked. Ebony, I love you, will you have sex with me? Asked Snaketail. I started laughing crudely. What the fuck? You torture me and my boyfriend and expect me to fuck you? God, you are so fucked up, you fucking bastard, I said angrily. I then stabbed him in the heart. Blood poured out of it like a fountain. No! No! He screamed. He started screaming and running around. Then he fell down and died. I burst into tears sadly. Sneaktail, what art thou doing? Called Voldemort. Then he started coming. We could hear his high heels clacking to us. See, he is a flamboyant gay man. So we got on our broomsticks and flew to Hogwarts. We went to my room. Vampire went away. There I started crying. What's wrong, honey? Asked Draco, taking off his clothes so we can screw. He had a sex pack. Get it? 'Cause he's so sexar? And a really huge you-know-what and everything. It's so unfair, I yielded. Why can't I just be ugly or plain like all the other girls and preps here, except for Bloody Mary, 'cause she's not ugly or anything. Why would you want to be ugly? I don't like the preps anyways. They're such fucking sluts, answered Draco. But like everyone is in love with me. Like Snape and Lupin took a video of me naked. Hagrid says he's in love with me. Vampire likes me and now even Snaketail is in love with me. I just want to be with you, Draco. What? Why couldn't Satan have made me less beautiful? I shouted angrily. And don't worry, NOB isn't a slub or anything, but a lot of people have told her she's pretty. I'm good too at many things. Why can't I just be normal? It's a fucking curse! I shouted and then I ran away. Chapter 15. Author's Note. Stop flaming, okay, because... Burger King foot lettuce. Stop flaming, okay, because you suck from no on every time someone flames me, I'm gonna slit my wrists. Thanks to Raven for Hoopian. Ebony, she shouted Draco sadly. No, please come back. But I was too mad. Whatever, now you can go and have sex with Vampire, I shouted. I stormed into my room and closed my black door with my blood-red key. It had a picture of Marilyn Manson. Does everything that you own have a picture of Marilyn Manson on it? He looked so sexy in a way that it reminded me of Draco and Vampire. I started to cry and weep. I took a razor and started to slit my wrists. I drank all the blood and depressed. And then I looked back at my black GC watch and noticed it was time to go to biology class. I put on more descriptions. I put on a short, ripped black gothic dress that said anarchy on the front in blood red letters, and there was a ripped and spiky belt. Under that I put on ripped black fishnets and boots that said Joel all over them with blood red letters. I then put my ebony black hair out. Anyway, I went downstairs feeling all sad and depressed as usual. I did some advanced biology work. I was turning a bloody pentagram into a black guitar. What? Suddenly the guitar turned into Draco. Annabee, I love you, he shouted sadly. I do not care what those fucker preps and posers... Oh, wait, no. I do not care what those fucker preps and posers think. You're the most beautiful girl in the world. Before I met you, I used to want to commit suicide all the time. Now I just want to fucking be with you. I fucking love you. Then he started to sing the Chronicles of Life and Death. We considered it our new song because we fell in love when Joel was singing it, right in front of the entire class. His singing voice was so amazing and gothic and sexy, like a cross between Gerard, Joel Chester, Pierre, and Marilyn Manson. Author's note, don't you think those guys are so hot? If you do not know who they are, get the fuck out of here. Her. OMFG, I said after he was finished. Some fucking prep stared at us, but I just stuck on my middle fingers that were covered in black nail polish and entwined with Draco's nail at them. I love you, I said, and then we started to kiss just like Hilary Duff. I fucking hate that bitch. And CMM in a Cinderella story. And then we went away holding hands. Lupin shouted at us, but he stopped because everyone was clapping about how sexy we looked together. Then I saw a poster saying that MCR would have a concert in Hogsmeade right then. We then looked at each other all shocked and went together. Chapter 16. Author's note. You know what? Shut up, okay? Prove to me you're not preps. Raven, you suck, you fucking bitch. Give me back my fucking sweet, you stupid... What? You are subst to writ this. Raven, what the fuck Raven, what the fuck, you stupid bitch? You're supposed to do this. BTW, thanks to Brittany5655 for teaching me Japanese. We ran happily to Hogsmeade. Then we saw the stage where GC had played. We ran in happily. MC and Wow were there playing Helena. I was so fucking happy. Gerard looked at me even sexier than he did in the pictures. Even Draco thought so. I could totally see him getting an erection, but it didn't matter because I knew that we were the only true ones for each other. I was wearing a black leather mini dress and black leather platinum shoots with ripped red fishnets. Draco was wearing a black baggy MCR t-shirt and black baggy pants. Anyway, we started moshing to Helena. We Frenched. We ran up to the front of the band to stage dive. Suddenly, Gerard pulled off his mask. So did the others. We gasped. It wasn't them at all. It was...
What,
Voldemort and the Death Dealers. What? WTF, Jacob, I'm not going to a concert with you. What? I shouted angrily. Not after what happened to me the last time. Even if it's MCR, you know how much I lick them. What, 'cause we, you know, he gadgeted uncomfortably because guys don't like to talk about you know what. Yeah, 'cause we, you know, I yielded in an angry voice. We won't do that again, Draco promised. This time we're going with an escort. OMFG, what the fuck, are you inviting me to the mainstream? I asked. So I guess you were a prep or Christina or what now? No, he muttered loudly. Are you becoming a prep or what? I shouted angrily. Ebony, I'm not. Please come with me. He fell down to his knees and started singing The World is Black by GC to me. I was flattened, because that's not even a single. He had memorized the lyrics just for me. Okay, I guess I will have to, I said, and then we Frenched for a while, and then I went up to my room. Oh no, Bloody Mary was standing there. Hadn't much to take, girl, she said happily. She speaks Japanese, so do I. That means how do you do in Japanese. BTW, Willow, that fucking poser got expelled. She failed all her classes and she skipped math. Author's note. Raven, you fucking suck. Fuck you. It serves that fucking bitch right. I laughed angrily. Anyways, we were feeling all depressed. We watched. Are my parents home? So my parents are home. This finishes our session for today. I'm gonna be posting this on YouTube for some reason. This has been, what are we up to? Chapter 16, halfway through chapter 16. Wait, where am I up to? We're up to chapter 16, like halfway, we're halfway to chapter we're halfway through chapter 16. Halfway through is chapter 22, the full story is 44 chapters long. This has been a 53-minute reading session of my Immortal. Yeah, so I'm gonna go post this on YouTube now.